Hey y'all, I'm back, honey. I'm back for us to get into another episode of Body Cam is Messy. All right. Now, if you're new to the channel, then hey, make sure you guys are coming into the video. You're liking, you're commenting, you're subscribing, and you're also sharing the video. Okay. Now, without further ado, we about to go ahead and we about to hop right on into this episode to see exactly what's going on. So let's check it out.
Left him in a hotel room, and then you want to get upset with us like this is our problem that we created. No, we didn't create this problem.
On December 6th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a hotel after receiving reports that two children, ages 1 and 3, had been left unsupervised in a hotel room for several hours.
Ooh.
He just got called over here because they were crying, so then he came and didn't want to leave them alone. So he went and grabbed. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hi.
So can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, we got called because your kids were by themselves.
No, they weren't.
Who was here then?
My sister was just here.
Okay, they weren't here for the last 30 minutes when the worker came and checked. So
Child.
that's why we're here. Baby was like grabbing at that he needs a diaper change, I think. I've at least been here for 12 minutes, and the person who called had been here for some time before calling. So.
This is ridiculous, honestly. Okay, so you have to stay in the room now with me?
I'm waiting because you keep going out there, and I need to make sure these kids are good because you weren't here for like 30 minutes, or no one was here. An adult was not here for 30 minutes with them.
They were both sleeping. My sister just came out, and I went to the store.
For 30 minutes?
My sister was here.
Ma'am, I'm telling you, the person who called is someone who works here.
Okay, I understand that, but they have to. They're going to be a complete investigation, because then they have to prove that I was gone.
What's your first name?
You need my first and last name?
They can prove
And
that
what's
with
a
the
good phone number
cameras.
for you?
224.
Okay.
Okay, well, this officer is in there watching your kids. We'll go in there and talk to them. Go inside and watch your children, please.
Okay. This is bullshit. I swear.
Who was what's your name that was watching them? How do you spell that? Can you stay over here, ma'am?
I'm trying to hear what's going on, so.
And a phone number?
I don't have her phone number. I literally have a laptop. You see, I don't even have a phone.
How do you speak to her?
How do you not have a phone number for her, but you left your children with her?
So that
Facebook.
okay, can I
just gave you her name. I don't have a phone number. I don't even have a phone. This is all I have. I can show you that.
Oh, so they communicate via messenger, it seems. So if there's Wi-Fi, they're able to talk to each other. Like,
What do
okay.
you want me to do?
what's her address? Hello.
Hi there. All right.
Hi, guys.
What's going on today? You got a good toy there, huh?
They were left unattended. She says just 30 minutes, but it claims like 2 to 4 hours.
Let me
They were
stay here for
literally
just a
sleeping. That's
show.
why
I
my
gotta find
daughter's
somebody who
still
can
in
talk
bed.
to me on the side.
Here,
Go
you guys can, yeah.
ahead.
Hi, boss. Mom is in here changing the other one.
So,
I think this is a mistake. Like she just
can we talk to you
out
in here and
early
then
or something.
You want to switch places?
we'll swap out and we'll let everybody
You want to go
talk?
in there with the kids?
Are they okay?
Yeah, you can come in.
It's crazy.
Your iPad is in the bathroom.
You don't have a phone?
No.
How would anyone contact you? What is?
Well, I just contact, like, are you saying, like, how do I communicate with my family and everyone?
Let's say I'm trying to contact you. How would I contact you?
Through Facebook Messenger.
Facebook. Right, and then, do you live here at this hotel?
Yeah.
This room. Okay. We were talking to Dalen. We just want to know the timeline of what happened. So what I understood is Dalen went to the gas station. Can you start from there? When Dalen left the gas station, where were you?
I went outside at first, and then I let my sister in. I was up here for a little, and then I left for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. And your sister? Okay. And you're in the room. You physically saw her in the room with the kids before leaving?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you go?
Is this supposed to be, like, am I going to be arrested? Like, what's going on?
I'm just trying to figure out what happened. Right now, we walked into a room where kids are by themselves. So I'm just trying to figure out what's
for
going
like
on.
30 minutes, but I understand. And was one of them sleeping?
Neither one of them was sleeping.
Okay, because she just checked on the morning. She was sleeping, but
I don't know, y'all. I kind of don't believe her. And then the camera is right there. Talk about they got to prove. They can prove when you walked out of the room, who came into the room, who left out of the room. And I feel like she requested to have a room at the end of the hallway, because she has children and because she may leave these kids by themselves. And she did this in an effort to where if they were loud, nobody else would really hear them too much. That may have been the assumption because they're on the very end of the hall. They're in that last room. So that's whack.
I think I've explained enough to the other officers. So I've already had DCFS call on me before, and I know how this shit goes.
I'm the investigating officer. I'm the one that's going to be typing up stuff that happened. So can you just tell me
And you've
what
had
happened?
I was gone for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. And you left. Was your sister in the room? Okay.
You can see on the cameras. She comes here frequently.
Okay, she comes on
showers
the
here.
camera. She's on
Does
the
she have
cameras.
her own
Okay.
room key to the door?
No, she would need mine. She has a key to get in through the doors, but my door is currently off. That's how you guys were able to get in.
You left, and then you left, and where'd you go?
I went back down through this way.
Okay. You stayed in the hotel?
No, I left.
Okay.
For
Where'd
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I went to make an errand
Where would that be?
in Elgin.
Elgin's a
Do
pretty
I have
big
to be
place.
very specific?
I would like to.
You
know
went to
where
go
at.
hunch. That's
I
what it
went
seems like to
go
me.
Handle some business.
Somewhere close to here. Where is that?
It's about 15 minutes at the most away.
You went to go
Did you
hunch.
drive there?
No, I had a ride.
You had a ride. Who'd you ride with?
I think his name's
You happen to have a last name?
no. Yeah, it was requested for me.
Is that like an Uber service?
Right.
Or who requested that for you?
My sister.
Do you know who is right now?
She putting a lot of shit on her sister, and I don't think this sister exists. But okay.
No, I don't. Probably at work.
Okay. What time does she usually go to work?
She has different shifts. They rotate, and it's peak season, so I don't know.
You left here to go run an errand. You got a ride from someone, and you don't want to tell me where that is?
It's a little personal, so I don't really.
Yeah,
Okay.
she went to go hunch.
Need to express it, but
So
I honestly just want to know what's going on. Like,
They trying to find out what's going
I
on. What the
know
fuck
that
do you?
guys are trying to-
What you mean? What's going on? They're trying to find out what's going on. And what she trying to figure out is this going to be a DCFS case? Because if it is, I already know how to handle them. I already know how to finesse and move her around them. That's kind of what it seems to me. Like, girl, this lady.
I can't say that before, so I could just let my mom know and call my grandma. So I just want to know what's like.
how long ago did Dalen leave the hotel?
I'm not sure because I was still here.
Okay. And then you left how long ago, you said?
Well, now it's probably way longer than 30 to 40 minutes, right? Because I've been here about what?
How long were you gone?
25 minutes. I was gone for up to 40 minutes.
When did you meet up with Dalen? Because you guys walked in here together.
I called him as soon as I was on my way back.
I thought neither one of you had a phone.
Did you see me come in with the laptop?
You called him on a laptop?
He has an iPad. Neither one of us don't have a phone.
And where'd you guys meet up at?
Outside.
Like outside the hotel?
So we have to take the kids to the hospital.
So am I going with my kids?
Well, we are taking
You
them
wasn't
to the
concerned
hospital.
about going with your fucking kids or your kids going with you when you left. So now you want to ask, are you going with your kid? No, the hell, you know you're not. You're not, and you're not going with them. Okay?
so that they can get medically evaluated, and then we're gonna have to contact DCFS to see what they want to do from that point. I can't tell you what DCFS
So
is
you're
gonna
telling me
say.
you're taking my kids away from me?
They are going to the hospital. to
Girl,
be
don't act
checked
like you
out,
care.
because the information that we've been provided is that they've been left there for several hours, since before 2 o'clock. So we have an obligation to make sure that the kids are safe, medically cared for. That time frame, really any time frame with kids that age is
Yeah, I know.
not acceptable, but when we're talking 3+ hours, that's a problem. So we have to make sure that they're okay, and they have to be examined by a medical professional.
So
I don't feel that,
am I not given the right to go with my kids to the hospital?
well, that's one thing we're gonna be kind of talking about at this point. Just 1 second.
Say you call her on your laptop.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing, and you can have your laptop, and you can call, text, however you need. Deja, can you stay out here?
Call your mom or call someone because they're trying to take our kids.
You're gonna take our kids?
Yeah.
So again, let's
go to the
not
hospital.
make this any more
So then it
complicated.
sounds like the dad comes. You're going to take her kids. Where you been at?
Take our kids?
Where you
Kids are
been?
going to the hospital to get checked out by a medical professional because our investigations revealed that they've been left here alone since 1:30 p.m., which is completely unacceptable. We have an obligation to make sure that the kids
That's
are
right.
in a
Get
good
in there,
medical
sir.
condition. And so we are going to make sure that they're examined at a hospital, and we're going to call DCFS for further direction. That's what it is.
So do we get our kids back after the hospital?
We're going to have to call DCFS. DCFS is going to make that determination. We're going to have to call
I can't even go with
DCFS.
my kids. And I'm supposed to trust that you guys are gonna.
You can trust us, believe
Girl,
me.
you they
We
can't
will
even
do a
trust
good
you with
job
your
of
kids.
making sure that your kids are cared for, okay? And again,
So how
So
are
you
we
can't
updated?
even come with them.
That's what I'm saying.
One
I don't
thing-
even have a cell phone. How are you
one
guys gonna
thing-
tell me what's going on know the updates with my daughter.
We'll be with you. But one thing I will tell you is, although you're upset and frustrated, cooperation is going to be very important to make sure that this is a smooth process. If you want your kids back, then you need to cooperate.
I already went through this shit before.
I'm gonna try to reiterate what the officer was saying, all right? On behalf of the Elgin Fire Department, we have to make sure that the kids are well taken care of. I'm Captain Walzak with the department. You've got my name. I can give you all the contact information you need. I believe one of the officers is going to be remaining, so we're going to have ways. I understand your phone's not working. The city's going to provide you with an officer so that they can relay information. And
So you don't know like how long like
We
this is
do.
going
No,
on?
it's literally up to DCFS.
Again, we're gonna
And
make.
because of the other case, they might just take my daughter.
get my
Yeah, that sounds good.
Wow. Are you serious?
Dude, they literally came in here and like literally cleared them and said that they look healthy and they're gonna confirm that shit at the hospital.
And DCFS is going to make a determination on what we do. I'm not going to say that they're going to take the kids away from you. They may give the kids back to you tonight, but we have a process that we need to go through. And it's imperative that you guys don't obstruct or make this any more difficult than it needs to be, because again, we have to report to DCFS on what goes on.
Well, hold on one second.
I just need to get my iPad.
We're not going to be watching.
under your custody, unless you're cool with us.
We have an officer coming up to follow them
Yeah.
to the hospital, so we should have an officer. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So can I contact
Call your
my
mom.
sister?
Call your grandma.
Can I
Call your
contact on my iPad? I have not been
You'll get a
in
chance to.
contact
Yeah.
with anybody.
Yeah. Why don't you come on out here with
On the
us?
hallway.
Why does he need to go in the
Because he
hallway?
needs to talk to these officers.
Come on,
Please cooperate.
let's go.
We'll let you make a phone call.
So you're making this more
But
complicated. than it needs to be.
corroborating is making
Arrest
you
me?
guys take my kids. No, don't say shit else. Because this is bullshit.
Go out in the hallway now. Okay, in the hallway.
Wow.
It's okay,
Now she
I'm
about to
going.
get us arrested.
I'm
Like,
going.
girl.
I'm going. For what?
Put your arms
For
around.
what?
Just put them on your back.
For what? For what?
I am trying to figure out.
No,
I mean, well,
had
if they're
my
your
sister-
kids, you did abandon them. I'm wondering why they arrested him right then. Like, did he like get loud with them? Because I didn't really hear that. But she was the one that sounded more aggressive to me. However, if they're both of y'all children and y'all left those kids there unattended, then it's given pack them up, pack them on up for me. Hate that. But I also feel like in situations like this, sometimes people may be needed, but maybe needing additional resources. So instead of just adding a charge to them, also find out what it is that they may need. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they need a little help with something. I don't know. This is her second time. Well, I don't know how many times she went through it, but she clearly says she's been through this before. So I don't know. But I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking they might like see what they need and maybe, they could help them. But I need to know more as well, because maybe they've tried that before. I don't know. Because I don't always also trust, like sometimes, yes, you can't trust the parents in these situations, but then also you can't trust when they get put into the system and with foster care either. So I don't know. It's a tough situation. If she would have just did her part as a parent, not abandoning her kids for, hours at a time or whatever, they wouldn't even be here. So, girl, let's keep going.
She wasn't here.
Terrible.
The video shows she wasn't here.
Okay,
You can't lie with the video.
I don't give a. You guys have to see everything, okay?
Okay.
From beginning to end. See how many people enter these doors, okay?
I did.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
There was no.
And what did
No
DCFS
one.
say? You guys called them yet?
We're calling them. We're dealing with you guys first.
What?
Please, they're taking me to jail.
For what?
For
It's probably gonna be endangering. I mean,
No,
it's-
please.
Bro, no, that's bullshit.
Please, no.
It's bullshit. It is bullshit.
Now, I don't know if he stays there with her, and that's the thing for me. If he stays there with her, I don't know, because I also feel like he should also be arrested or whatever the case is. But if he was not aware and this was only on her doing, then it's like, then just arrest her, because maybe he didn't know the kids were there by themselves, right? But what's your situation? Why your family in the hotel anyway? Like, what's going on with your situation? Let's keep going.
What's bullshit is leaving
No,
your
no,
kids.
no, no, no. You guys cannot do this
You can't
shit.
just
You
leave
came
your
into
kid
our
on-
hotel
We were
room.
called here. We didn't come here because we just decided to stroll in here.
Okay.
We were called by the hotel
Okay.
because you made a bad decision to leave your kids home alone. That's what it boils down
No,
to.
that's not.
You can make excuses all
Okay,
you want, but the
okay.
reality is you committed a crime, and
No,
we have
I
an
did not.
obligation to make sure that your kids are okay.
Okay.
If you think it's okay to leave your kids in a hotel room by themselves for 3 hours, if you think that that's
You guys
okay,
just-
that's a rational thing in your head, then you have some serious problems. Because we have probable cause to believe that these kids were left unattended in a hotel room at age 2 and 4, which is completely unacceptable under any circumstance.
1 and 4. 1
1
and
and
3.
4,
1 and
sorry.
3.
Sorry, 1 and 3. Left them in a hotel room. And then you want to get upset with us. Like this is our problem that we created. No. We didn't create this problem.
Okay.
We are now forced to deal with it because you guys made a bad decision. And I'm not trying to talk down to you or belittle you, but there is a point in time when we need to take some responsibility for our actions.
He
And this
ain't
is
lying.
unacceptable. And when unacceptable things happen and criminal law is broken, we have an obligation as the police to do what we need to do. We care about your kids. We want to make sure your kids are safe. Leaving kids alone for a 3+ hour period is not acceptable. There are resources available to
But you
help
guys
you.
don't even have, like, this is crazy. So even when we're inside and out, right? I leave for
You-
5 minutes.
you
to
did
come
not-
back.
you
I'm
didn't.
asking, what is the consecutive time that I have to be?
There is no set timeline. It's what's
So
reasonable.
if I leave for 10 minutes and I go outside, smoke a blunt, and I come back in, that's unacceptable.
It depends on the circumstances. That's not the circumstances we're dealing with right now. The circumstances we're dealing with are that the kids were left alone for 3+ hours. So
Yeah.
You
that's
guys
an issue.
took my kid, so now how am I, like, this is crazy. So
The
someone's
officer
gonna stay
pretty
with me the
much
whole night
answered
and
what I
make
was
sure
saying. I was
they're-
thinking, how I was saying it was like, they should get him basically some resources, some help. But he not lying. Like the resources are there available to you. Now, granted, sometimes the resources are limited and people ain't able to give. You know what I'm saying? But they out there, okay? I don't know. Maybe she get put on the wait list. Maybe she is on the wait list for some stuff right now. But yeah.
They're gonna tell me
No.
every update with my daughter.
That's not the plan.
So what's the
We're
plan?
going to be with you so that if you have questions about what's
So
going
what's
on
the
with them,
plan?
we're going to share that.
What's the plan?
The plan is you're going to be going down to the police station with us to address this.
Daylan, I'm getting arrested too.
Yes, you both are.
Because they're saying that they have evidence. The judge will see everything. I've already had this exact same thing go on before.
And we're not saying you're guilty of anything. We're saying
I
we
know.
have probable
Yeah, I know
cause.
you're guilty until proven.
We're saying you have,
I mean, you're
we have
innocent,
probable
innocent
cause
until
for your
proven guilty.
arrest for endangering the life and health of a child. Actually, 2 counts because there's 2 children involved. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to tell you that you're guilty of anything. That's for the courts to decide. But we have an obligation when innocent children are involved in a case that we have to do everything line by line to the book. And I would not be doing your children a service if I just left them here with you and said, let's try and do better. It doesn't work that way, unfortunately. DCFS is going to ask us for photos of the conditions that we found the kids in. Can we take pictures for their purposes?
I'm saying that the DCFS want to see the photo, see if my kids are
They
okay.
can't
They
see
can
if we
come.
don't have pictures. They're not going to come here. They're going to go to the hospital.
Okay, then they can see them at the hospital, but no, they can't take photos. They're not taking photos
Okay.
of my children. No,
No, I'm talking about the conditions of your apartment.
you cannot take pictures of my apartment.
You don't want me to?
No, I mean it's for the most part it's not that bad, but
It documents the conditions at the time that we were here.
okay.
Is all it
So so you're asking to take permission of
Mhm.
photos?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you can't.
Okay.
They said that we left. Yeah, so they took both the babies away from us and took them to the hospital right now. And now they're trying to charge me and Dalen with child endangerment. What is the process from here? I'm gonna be
Taken to the police station, booked and processed, and then we'll go from there.
So you guys witnessed my door lock, right? And you have it on camera, like that my kid's stuff is safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's locked in there.
Of course, but you guys were already in the room, so I just want to make sure that no one else can get in and take any of my children's or my.
Management can get it.
So the charge that I'm being arrested for is child endangerment, and their father's being charged with the same thing,
Yes.
even though it's my hotel room and I stay there.
You both are the parents, aren't you?
When you run my name, are you able to see like if I've been charged with anything?
Yep, it's on here.
So can you inform me of what I've been charged with besides today?
No.
The police officer can put a charge on you, right? But it has to be, the judge is the one that makes the ultimate determination, right? Jury or judge. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning something. I didn't know that. I've normally had judges every court case I had, so. And to think I wanted to join police academy. This is crazy, man.
Girl, you damn sure won't finna join it if you already got a defects charge on you.
Join them, because you can't beat them in this world.
Both individuals were charged with 2 counts of child endangerment.
Child.
Share your thoughts below and remember to like and
2 counts of child endangerment. This just happened at the end of December, so their case is still open, I'm sure, and ongoing. Child, that's terrible, though. Terrible. I don't even know where the kids went. Hopefully, there's a family member that was going to be able to come and pick the kids up because she was talking about her mom and stuff like that. But, girl, I feel like both of y'all should have got wrapped up Honestly, because where the hell was he at? Why he couldn't be there with them kids? Was he working? Like, what was going on? Is that his hotel room as well? Like, what's what? Either way, leave y'all thoughts down below. That's all I got. I'm Jami, that's me, and y'all know I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a proxy. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Agent Smith.